Welcome, one and all, for all is one. Limelight and the twilight. It's going to be a general, all sign, collective message. Okay? You see the decks. These are the decks I'll use, but not limited to. The meditation that I have guided me to the alignments, the oppositions, the squares, and all of that proceeding to happen in June here and what we're currently experiencing. So I want to share that with you before we get started, okay? It'll also be in the Cancer reading since it's all happening in Cancer. We still have 2 weeks left here in Gemini. So until the summer solstice, when the sun will leave Gemini and enter Cancer. So the 10th of Cancer is when Jupiter enters our sign. It's Jupiter's exalted there. That's the exaltation of Jupiter. Happens once every 12 years, okay, in this alignment. It brings in great expansion, okay? It gives us our ability to manifest our dreams and goals, okay? It's an abundant life expansion, not just for Cancers, but for all, really, because the expansion is electromagnetic and hitting the fourth house. You know, this is home, this is nurture, this is love, you know, watery. Jupiter's very comfortable here, does well in fire as well, okay? So that's the 10th of June. On the 9th, okay, the day before, we see a 1 degree separation in Saturn and Neptune, okay, in Aries. And it's not going to be precise conjunct until February 20th of 2026, okay? But the energy's there. It's only a 1 degree separation, okay? So by this happening, that's, you know, Saturn kind of putting a restriction upon things, okay? And it's a pretty powerful conjunct, okay? Also on the 10th of June, we'll see Venus squaring Pluto, okay? And this is a kickstart here, okay? Like really igniting energy, okay? In financial and relational cyclical patterns and loops, okay? A cycle that's cycling a karmic, you know, obsession. It also exposes a lot of secrets, okay, which can cause those relational upheavals, if you want to say it that way. Okay, it's going to open up to a lot of manipulation. You know, we're going to run across it all. Okay, manic people, passion is exemplified through this energy. Okay, so it's great for sexual encounters. Okay, that hot, heavy flash of Pluto and Venus squaring. Yeah, just keep in mind, even if that is to come into fruition in this volatilism, okay? Just keep in mind that behind it all is that manic energy behind it, okay? Yeah, keep that in mind. So it's it's life changing. It's kind of an altering energy, and this Venus square Pluto. So if you want to know more about that, you can read up on it. There's quite a bit more to it than what I've mentioned on the 11th of June. Okay, we have our full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, 20 degrees of Saggy. So that'd be the last decan from 20 to 30 degrees of Sagittarius. It's a culmination, really, of the year, the half a year here that has already transpired, bringing light exposure and fruition, okay, illuminating where we're at this half year mark. And it's wrapping up any lingering cycles, past cycles, energy that we've been experiencing that's still kind of lingering around. Yeah. Okay. So it's the culmination and expansion of mind, body, spirit. Okay. Because after all, it's about us, right? And expansion of the mind, body, spirit complex. Okay. And then we have our bodies within those bodies. Okay. It's not just this meat suit. It's not just this skin coat that we wear. Okay. It's way more. That's another dive you can get into. But yeah, wrapping up with cycles. It's bringing the light and fruition into what's to be. Okay, we start seeing that manifestation. It's a great expansion in our mind, body, and spirit. It's a balance of our mindsets. Okay, of what we live and what we speak. Okay, so we want to be careful, yeah, about what we're projecting, okay, and what we say in our words, our logos, to ourselves and to others, okay. So that's that. What else was there? Yeah, on the 13th, the sun squares the north and south node, okay. The sun squares our nodes, and it's a time to balance our egoic aspect, okay? Any imbalances in our ego and the way that we put ourselves out there to the world, the way the world sees us, basically, not so much in what we put out, but if we're, imbalanced in our ego and, very prideful and putting ourselves out like, because there is no big I and little you, okay? We all have the same opportunity regardless of your resource, okay? I know many may not agree with that, but that's what I'm called to say about it. But it's a time mid-June, right before, a week before the summer solstice here, before we start entering into the summer, okay? It's a good time to put ourselves first. Especially Cancerians too, they're very nurturing and a lot of times put other people first before themselves. Now, at this juncture, okay, whether you're Cancerian or Gemini or what you are, okay, or how you identify, it's about putting ourselves first, okay, and prioritizing what we need, want, and spending a week or so in that mindset of taking care of self, prioritizing us, okay. So on the 15th, I got to look at my notes now because I'm kind of lost. There's so much. Let's see. The 15th. Yeah, so the 15th, mid month, we're going to see Mars squaring Uranus. Okay. This is very volatile. Okay. Very volatile energy. We need to be cautious. Okay. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Right. If you know you don't want to be late or got something you got to be right at, give yourself plenty of time. Don't get in a hurry. No sudden or compulsive leaps forward towards anything. Okay. No rash decision. Yeah. Have informed decisions. Don't rush into anything. No compulsive leaps into anything. Okay. Take your time. It's not going anywhere. What is meant for us will not pass us by. Okay. You may become bored and restless at this juncture, a week before the summer solstice. Okay. You might be irritable. You might think you need to get out, have cabin fever because, we were locked up so long with the winter here in the northern hemisphere. You may feel like you need to get out, and just do it not in a compulsive manner. Yeah. It's also the indication, if you know anything about investments, a volatile cycle that enters investments at this time of, those taking a hit or can take a hit, or just the market itself and what we invest in can be very volatile. Okay. So also on the 15th is a 6-year transit that happens and occurs once every 6 years, and that's Saturn uh, moves in is starting to initiate into the 1 degree square of Jupiter. Okay. Now, if you know it, so Jupiter had just or will have just moved into Cancer about a week prior to that, not even a week, 5, 6 days, somewhere in there. And so it's Saturn coming in and gradually restricting that expansion energy of Jupiter. Okay. We're not going to feel it all at once. Okay. It's the slowing down. It's the putting on the brakes. Yeah. Of that great expansion of Jupiter entering Cancer. It's like, well, wait a minute. Okay. Slow this down a little bit. Slow it down. Slow it down. Remember, I already said, take your time, right? Okay. So it'll either be imposed and it will be imposed. Okay. Or maybe you're going too fast and you don't want to do that, right? We don't want to move too fast at this time. So as it starts slowing down, okay, it's slowing down that expansiveness of Jupiter, okay, for the past week that has not been restricted, right? Kind of gaining that momentum, yeah. And so here comes Saturn to slow it down, okay, bring it in. There can be great moral dilemma during this time. You might even feel like you're not getting support or being supported by the universe or all that there is or the people around you. Okay. Life's obligations, yeah, our obligations to the things that we have to do can feel very, very overwhelming as Saturn enters into this degree and starts really slowing things down. It can make us feel overwhelmed. Okay. Our life obligations can begin to feel real heavy. Yeah. Very demanding. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say that. So as that occurs, it leaves us feeling some kind of way, right? Um, just be understanding. Be understanding of what that is bringing, okay, and try to be understanding to yourself and others, and realize, all of us are going through that energy, and it's affecting what we do, don't do, say, don't say. Okay, it's affecting us all. So everybody's going through something. Okay, so try to keep that in mind and try to be understanding to yourself and understanding what the cycle is. It doesn't last forever. Okay, it's just our moment in that cycle. Okay, this too shall pass, right? So it leaves us feeling some kind of way. It's about getting to acceptance of that, and compromise with ourselves and others. Okay, compromise, equality, like no big I, little you, compromise. Yeah, no winner and loser, compromise, and acceptance of the energy that's coming in. It can serve us all well. So it if you adopt that, okay, it can lead to newness and support, or if not, not so much. Okay. So that's pretty much what I got for you on the last astrological aspect of what's coming up this next week. Okay, in Cancer, or excuse me, in this cycle, because we still got 2 weeks left of Gemini. Okay, so happy solar return to all you Geminian folk out there. Okay, have a great birthday. As the energy said, do something for yourself. Yeah, these are the decks I'm going to use for the energy today. I wanted to show you what they were. The Magician, the Seahorses. We got Gautama Buddha coming out. Engagement card on this love energy, and the Ten of Pentacles for this tarot deck. And then the Dragon is one of the extra cards, one of the spirit cards of inspiration. Okay, become inspired. Let's jump into it. Let's get a quick message to add with the alignments, the astrological information. And maybe you don't believe in that, and that's okay, or maybe you don't know anything about that, but hopefully I gave you some data about what that could mean for us. Okay, let's start with the second and third density consciousness. That would be animals and how they interact with us. Yeah, so we may see both on there. Yeah, we got cat and jackal. Cat is intuition. It is number 37, and the jackal is number 44. That'd be Anubis right there. Death and rebirth again, basically. Why do you say again, Chris? Because it just keeps showing up. If you see any of my other readings, or it's even prominent in others, other content creators. Okay, we got Wolverine, number 5. This is fierceness, which came up yesterday or the day before as well. So did cat. Seeing I was shuffling quite a bit. And then at the bottom of the deck, the owl. Of course, we know this is wisdom, the number 4 card. So, the number 4 or 44, which is 44 is the master number. Then we got 444 there, and the number 5, okay? Or the number 9. Those numbers could be significant to you. Let's put the owl right here until we get to that point, okay? Here's our harmonious love or alignment, that harmonious aspect of whatever it's going to be, whatever it is, spirit, divine, spirit, great, I don't know. What is the message for the collective consciousness? Oh, went flying. Okay. Religious factors and healing family issues at the bottom of the deck. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Maybe some of us need to forgive our parents. Or, just realize, as a parent, if you are or not, you do the best that you can. And, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Religious factors involved, that could be that tie with the parents, okay? Your love life is influenced by your religion, your religious upbringing, and your spiritual path. Yeah. It may hinder it. It may enhance it. It may guide you. That's tradition. It's makes some things taboo, yeah? Like, it's just, I can't do this even if I wanted to do that from your belief. So, that can be, I don't know, that's to each one of us to put that factor on it. I can't speak on that. That's becoming calumniators to spirit or whatever your religion or belief is. Bottom of the deck, we have Pan, fertility. This is a mythological deck of archetypes around the world. What's this archetype here? Mind Spirit. What's the message? Great Light of Hell. Okay. You are seeing this situation accurately, Horus. The sun, right? Not so much our star sun, but the sun of Osiris and Isis. Bottom of the deck. Yes, if you're having a question about anything, or if you say, what's this message, or what's this guy telling me, whatever that question is yes, with Ganesh. Ganesh is great abundance, yeah? Horus, the sun. We're entering and have been and now the Aeon of Horus. Okay? Clear these decks that we've already seen here. One more oracle and we'll jump into a little bit of tarot. I'm not going to do much because there's a lot of oracle out. This is my dragon oracle deck. Dragon oracle. Divine feminine and light and dark. There it is. Transcendence. Number 10. Achieving success. Nice card to come up there on the end of it. 10 being completion, yeah? Bottom of the deck. Releasing anger. Destructions. 16 is a 7. Yeah. We got to blow off that steam some way, right? Let's do it in the right way. But anger can really be harnessed for betterment, for you can really fuel that which you're trying to impose or bring into manifestation, if harnessed in the proper way. For how long have we been told that it's a bad thing for us, You're not supposed to be angry. Don't be angry. Yeah? I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying that there's light and dark to everything. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying both can be harnessed. See, the moon, divine feminine at the bottom of the deck. Both can be harnessed for good or ill. You know, you can, there's false light on both sides of that. Yeah? Where are you at? Two of Pentacles. So the cat energy is intuition, okay? And Anubis and Thoth are in the halls of death and halls of life, weighing souls against the feather of Ma'at, okay? And Amut is sitting there patiently observing and consumes the hearts that are, not so much, right? That maybe didn't get it this lifetime. Maybe it's time to do it at another time, you know. We're all on that journey. Wolverine, be fierceless, okay? In all that you do, yeah? Have that fierceness. Remember the anger card? But wield your power wisely, okay? Wisely. Not in a disordered, chaotic manner that, you know. Yeah, I think I beat that up enough. So let's jump into the tarot. Divine Spirit, great light of y'all. What is the message? Hear my call, please. One more. Whoa, flying out. Two of Cups. I got to cover her up. Got to cover up her tatas. Yeah? Wow. Empress, Hermit. And the Two of Cups. Interesting. Death and rebirth on the bottom of the deck. I'm laughing because, and other content creators will know why I'm laughing. This keeps showing up. Death and rebirth, death and rebirth. I mean, you can't make it up. Here it is again, death and rebirth, okay? Everything cycles. Right? Past life energy, okay? Could be a soulmate. Look at that with lovers. Yeah? And the reason that I'm saying that is because of what's right here, okay? With that 6 showing up. Could be that soulmate. You're sitting in your power. You know, the Empress energy, Venusian energy. You know, you could be. You could be a Taurus. I'm going to say that. It doesn't have to be. You can be any sign. You know, the Hermit here is another Earth energy with Virgo. Okay. And we see the Two of Cups. This person, whoever this is or whatever this is nothing like you. But there's great attraction, magnetism, electromagnetic pull to that. Something's fallen away and something's starting. Maybe this is the starting, okay? And if you're already in a relationship, you know, I haven't forgot about you, okay? It's great expansion of that relationship, expanding. See, your love. This holds the entire suit of the cups. expanding that love within that relationship. Sometimes you need to go into hermit with each other and, tune out the world and just do you, boo boo and Bobo. Yeah. But, you know, I'm seeing this with the death card showing up here, something closing out and something else coming in, whether it's already has happened, it's coming in to fruition. The closed cycle, this is the first row, so it's the recent past. That could have already transpired. You could already have, regained your composure and healed and done what you needed to do to move this forward, okay, if that's what you're looking for. If it's not about love, then it's about your next thing that you're bringing in, next thing that you're pursuing, okay? Business, health, yourself, whatever it is, right? Could be yourself because of going into hermit mode. If you're just, I'm not looking for nobody, Chris. Okay, that's fine. The message still can apply to whatever this is, okay? Death and rebirth. I mean, yeah, death and rebirth. Divine Spirit, great light of y'all. This is the energy leading up to where we're at in this current moment. Spirit, what do you got to say here? Something flipped over. That one wants to come out. I know I seen, yeah, there it is. The World card. So what would the split be? Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. This could be through work. Be patient. Whatever it is that you're moving forward or trying to bring in, okay? Because the Queen of Cups showing up, that's a couple of Cancerian energy. Here we see the World. I'm seeing somewhere that has cycles, that has seasons. Yeah. It's Northern Hemisphere. And, because of the tree, the type of tree that it is, we see that during the fall season. High Priestess, you. With a victory. Maybe this is coming in the fall time, right after summer, anytime after August, during the fall. Okay. Yeah. You've seen the victory card. It's a win. High Priestess, masculine or feminine. Okay. It's a win. Wow. Hierophant? What? Man, I'm going to be very passionate about whoever or whatever this is, okay? You don't see it. You don't see it at this time. You're like, Chris, I'm not getting married. I'm not getting into a long-term committed relationship. That's not me. Okay, well, then it's something else. Okay, but for somebody, that could be the deal, but you don't see it. Because traditionally on the Four Cups, we see somebody sitting there up against a tree, just kind of looking like disappointed and disgusted, right? Looking at the three cups that are spilt over, but you don't see the one that Spirit's holding in his hand behind you. Hello, I got this cup for you. Whatever it is. Okay. One more, Spirit. Thank you. The World card and High Priestess. Very powerful energy here, okay? This is also a closing out of a cycle, okay? You could be aware of it because you sit at the veil. All right? I don't really read reversals, but the Two of Pentacles came out in reverse. There's a lot of cards here, so I'm not going to take them, but you could have already made a decision. Let's entangle this a minute on the energy, see where we're at. Star card. This could be your star, your dream wish come true. Here with Orion and this star card showing up. Aquarian energy. The number 17 card. The number 17 could be significant to you. That's a wrap. Dead, done, and over with. So, as this is wrapping up, this is coming in. Clear your energy from whatever happened in the past, okay? If you got to yell it out, scream it out, cry it out, punch a bag or work out or whatever you got to do to heal this now, because this is what is coming. Your star. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Use your wisdom and discernment. See, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles showing up on the shuffle. That's the new. Yeah, whether you bring it or it's brought. With great passion. Very passionate. Anything else, Spirit? Actually, strike that. I said that that's what's coming. This is in the current moment. Past, present. This is coming in, High Priestess. Are you ready? Are you scared? A little of both. Maybe not scared, because you're sitting at the veil. You see both sides. The spirit world and this world. With great sight without seeing. Yeah? That's closing. You're in the moment. This is coming in. It can be tomorrow. It can be in June. It's in the present energy, okay? Use your sight. You see or you. Seeing in the dark. Sitting at the veil. That's some power right there. Masculine or feminine, whoever the hell you are. Let's wrap it up. I'm sure I'm way over. Let's wrap it up. What's coming in? What's not seen? What's coming in the future here, Spirit? Mastery. A lot of work. Divine Spirit, great light of the all. Can we finish the message? Wheel of Fortune. Coming in hot. Well, not hot, because that would be the wand. But this is one of the fastest knights in the deck. Knight of Swords. Coming in fast. With passion. Look. Holy crap. The two fastest knights in the deck. Can't make it up. Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Because you've mastered this, High Priestess, okay? That's what that is. Or it can represent a lot of work, okay? But you're very good at whatever that is, okay? And the wheel's turning, okay? And it seems to be turning in your favor. Yeah? Wow. Quickly. Okay? Divinely orchestrated. World. Wheel. Star. Yeah? Sound pretty good? Sounds pretty damn good to me. One more, Spirit, and we'll let them get out of here. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Taurine energy back to Taurus. Remember I said Earth sign? Taurus. That's the second time the Hierophants come out. And so that's the second time I got to say this could be a Taurus. Nothing. Okay, so, yeah, nothing. Okay, Spirit, I get it. That's the message, yeah? But whoever or whatever this is, okay, if it's not going to be a long-term commitment or a long-term new opportunity or new long-term something that this star brings, okay, there's it's 3 cups there. Now, of course, that celebration, yeah, toasting, celebrating, but it's also 3 wheels. So let's keep it up front. If that's what it is, let's keep that up front, okay? If this is about a person, okay? If you're not ready for this, okay, then let that be known, Taurus, or whoever you are. Let that be known. It can also just be, following tradition. We've seen the religion card, okay? It could be following those traditions has brought this in and turned the wheel, okay, to a celebration. So it could be that as well. I don't leave nothing or nobody out. There's no, you know, I wanted to apply it to as many as I can apply, okay? Because this is very powerful energy, yeah? Okay, so that's the message. Hope you got something out of it because Spirit says we're done, okay? You see, like the flip flop for that Hierophant, brought a closed deck. So there you go. Give me back my energy. Take your energy. Spirit, thank you. That's the message, guys. Limelight in the twilight. It's coming in. Your star. Be good to yourself and others. I'll see you in the next one.